On a scale of 1 to 10, how good am I in that area? And if we're all done here and you score 10 out of 10 in all 5 of these areas, let me know. And we're going to book a psychologist to meet with you because you're delusional. And you score very low on number 6, which is humility and a grasp of reality, right? But show of hands if you'll admit that there's some areas you can get better at. Okay, good. I'm assuming that's why you're here. You're either here because you want to grow and improve, or your boss told you had to come. There's some of that too. If you're in that group, just shh, don't disturb the meeting. I was talking about this at a conference, and one of my coworkers said, he came up to me afterwards. This is a guy who works in the food business. He goes, you know what? My kids never eat hot lunch. That's blasphemy. Why would you say that? We work in this business. What? Support them. He goes, no, my kids never eat hot lunch. I go, why not? He goes, they're scared to death of the lunch ladies. And you guys laugh about that, and I laughed about it when I first heard it, but you know what? The more I thought about it, that's about the saddest thing I think I ever heard. That there are hungry children avoiding food because they're frightened of the ladies that work there? Now, I suspect, again, I don't know these people, I suspect they're not mean people. In fact, I think if we teleported there right now and asked them, you know what they would tell us? We run a tight ship. We get them in and we get them out. We're productive. Yeah, but you're frightening children. Let's put that in the goal of things not to do, okay? Frightening children. But you walk in the back door of the kitchen, and I've gone into some that instantly when you walk in there, you can tell that the people working there love their jobs and they're having a good time. From the minute I walk in, they're like, well, hey, honey, what can I do for you? Wasn't that nice? And the way they talk to each other, oh, let me help you with that. Oh, I can help you with that. Or, oh, bless your heart. You know, they're just nice to each other. They're helping each other. They're encouraging, right? And you leave those places and you're like, some of you guys are like, where is this mythical land of happy employees? I must go see it. But I've left those buildings before and like, wow, man, those ladies really love their jobs. And I used to give the credit to the school food service director, right? Whoever's in charge of this district's really on the ball. And then I discovered that good attitudes are not a district-wide phenomenon, right? Because you go to another building in the same district right down the road, and it's got a whole different feel to it, right? You walk into that one, and instead of, hey, honey, how can I help you? You get, what do you want? Uh-oh, it just seems darker in there. You know, it's like Mordor from Lord of the Rings. You know, and instead of people helping each other, you hear things like, I ain't doing that. Ain't my job. I'm going on break. Right? And not only are they not helping each other out, but they're criticizing each other. And when the attitudes get real bad, the ladies start becoming territorial, right? Like setting up their space, right? This is Pam's zone. If your name ain't Pam, you do not belong over here. Well, I left my spoon over there. Sorry, finders keepers. Should not have left it across my border, right? So right next to Pam's zone, you got Margaretville, where Margaret has set up her camp, right? And then they start getting territorial about the jobs that they're doing, the task, right? Right, Pam is scooping tapioca pudding into a cup. That's her job. And if your name ain't Pam, stay away from the pudding. Right? I'm in charge of the pudding, right? Right next to her, you got Margaret, who's putting jam on a bagel, right? Now, if Margaret gets done early, is she going to help Pam? No. Oh, no. In fact, she'll stand there and criticize. Woman, where did you learn to use a spoon? Never seen a slower pudding scooper in all my days, right? And God forbid if anyone touches somebody else's cart. Whoa! See? I've been in your cafeterias. Y'all are busted now. I have seen women, grandmothers, wonderful people, turn into monsters because somebody, and you see them, it's hilarious, right? Because they got their cart and they're like, they got their cart right here, but ooh, I got to put some salads in the cooler. But I hate to leave my cart out here in the open. I'm going to make a run for it. You know, they run, they put something in the cooler, and they come back. Ah, who took my cord, right? Oh, yeah. And then what do they start doing? They put their name on it. Property of Samantha, right? But nobody mentioned the things that kids want most. You know what kids want more than anything else? I think someone said it back there. Yeah, here's what kids want more than anything else. They want to feel important. They want to feel important. I'll wrap up with this. I'll play a game with you that I played with my kids when they were toddlers. It's called the opposite game. I'm going to tell you a word. You tell me the opposite of that word, okay? We'll see how you score. There's prizes if you get this right. The prize is free dinner tonight. What's the opposite of hot? Cold. Cold, correct. You guys are smart. What's the opposite of high? Low. Low, good. What's the opposite of love? Hate. Incorrect. You all flunked my test. Hate's not the opposite of love. You ever love someone and hate the same person? Yeah, it's called marriage. It's called parenting. I love you so much, I want to kill you. And if I didn't love you so much, I wouldn't be so angry at you. Ah, right? Love and hate are both powerful emotions, very thin line. They can go back and forth like that. The opposite of love isn't hate. The opposite of love is indifference. Love means I really care about you. Indifference means I don't care. I don't care. And if there's any attitude that has increased in the American households around this country in the last 20 years, it's the number of kids that are being raised in homes where the parents are, the adults in their life are indifferent. I don't care, whatever. And you play a very special role as a child nutrition professional. You're the only adult in most kids' life that doesn't have an agenda for them. Right? Teachers, I want a certain kind of behavior. Parents, go clean your room. I want something out of you. You do this for me and I'll do this for you, right? It's always a trade. It's always a deal. Every adult they know, save one. Lunch staff. What do you want out of them? Nothing. Have a good lunch. Enjoy your day. So because of that, kids are drawn to school lunch professionals. Because you know what you're doing? You're serving them. People like people that serve them, especially people that do it unconditionally. I think it's one of the most important jobs in the world. Now, it's undervalued, and it's certainly underpaid, and your friends are not going to understand it, are they? Right? You ever meet somebody new in your community, and, hey, what do you do? Oh, I work at the school. Oh, are you a teacher? Right? You go, no, I work in the cafeteria. Oh. Oh, right? The condescending look down your nose, oh. And you can see in their head, like, why would you do that? Did you get convicted of a crime and that was your punishment? Right? But here's what they don't know is how good it feels to connect with a Mike, with a Jennifer, with a Sally, with whoever. And to know that you're doing something that matters. You know how few people do something that matters every day? Most people in this country go to work and they tap on a keyboard and they sit in a chair and they send some emails. But most, and I'm not criticizing any fields, but most people's jobs really don't matter. They have to wait till they get home to do anything that's worthwhile and meaningful. But if you work in child nutrition, what you do matters. It matters a lot. It's important.